Our goal at Food and Shelter is to create stable individuals and families who can live on their own. So we are housing focused. But so many people cannot remain stably housed without stable mental health care. So what I expect fully is not only will our residents struggle to achieve the goals that are important to them, but also people who are out there housed right now who are just barely making it, who are reliant on community mental health care and local mental health funding to achieve stability, we'll start to see decline, and I think it truly will increase the number of people who are experiencing homelessness. A good portion of the work we do is directly helping people who live on the streets, and they take up a lot of our time and our energy and our resources because of the great needs that they have. Of that group, I would say 100% of them need recovery care through mental health and substance abuse services.
It's hard finding your footing, especially when you have no education, 2 felonies, and mental health problems. I probably wouldn't have the felonies if I would have been on mental health meds back then. They give me 30-day supply at mental health, and I go in, I talk to my caseworker, I talk to my counselor, and I see the psychiatrist. It does take up to 3 months to see a psychiatrist and get started with them. But like I said, if it wasn't for them, I would probably be somewhere either locked up in jail or locked behind bars in Griffin or Red Rock.
Many mental illnesses are not well served by medication alone, and all mental illnesses are served better by outpatient programs as well as psychiatric medication. If the funding is cut, then all will be allowed is psychiatric medication, and while that can save us from possibly killing ourselves, it doesn't help with the progression of our recovery. Yeah, put a bucket of ice out. If I was not receiving treatment for my mental illness, I would not be alive.
Thank you for calling the Virtue Center, formerly NAIC. How can I help you?
The reality is, with those budget cuts, it would cause us to lay off people. But what our employees have really been focused on is the well-being of the clients, and not only ours, but the people in the state of Oklahoma. And it's just intolerable. Just to think about it is intolerable. If it is not resolved, we would lay off probably about half our staff. We have about 20 full-time staff members and about 5 part-time. And so, it would be cut in about half.
We do know it's going to have an effect on the community, and we do know it's going to have an effect on our partners, both in the fight against homelessness and our mental health partners. So from what we've determined and our take on it, moving forward, we're still going to provide the highest level of service that we can with what we have. We are in constant contact with our mental health partners, both in the public sector and in the private sector, and we will continue to move forward and do what we can with what we have. Obviously with Norman has a high number of mental health consumers. We also have a large number of mental health treatment facilities. So these cuts not only affect the treatment facilities and the consumers, but there's a whole industry out there dedicated to treating mental health consumers that will suddenly not be there.